Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome into my office today here at Bethany. As we get ready for this week's gospel, looking ahead to Luke chapter 6, we see that Jesus goes into some areas and starts healing some people. Remember, this is Epiphany. We continue to learn more and more and more about who and what Jesus is. Amongst those is he is a healer. So we see him going out to do some healing. But then he starts to talk about blessed are the poor, blessed are the weak. Sounds very similar to the Beatitudes that we read in Matthew chapter 5. It is similar to that. And as a matter of fact, connected to that. The word Beatitudes, first of all, I should point out, isn't just a word for blessing, it is a word for supreme blessedness. And it's used in the church in that way. A blessing is a blessing, but a beatitude is something much more extreme than that. So remember that as we talk about some of these things. And so then start to think about, why is Jesus speaking this way? Why is he saying, as he's healing people, that those who are poor are blessed supremely? Why is he saying that those who are somehow marginalized are blessed supremely? It should be pointed out here, Jesus isn't here to just heal us physically. He's also here to heal us spiritually. And so as we are being healed, we are supremely blessed, because not only did we go through whatever pain, suffering, hardship that we've gone through, but we went through it walking the way with Christ, with the Lord. Whatever it is that we face has not pulled us away from God. And in that sense, the idea that we are connected to God, even in our suffering, the idea that we are connected to our community, even in our suffering, means that we are not just blessed, we are supremely blessed. It's a very interesting concept. Kind of goes in the face of what the world believes. We have something in theology. There's different types of theology. There's something called the theology of glory and the theology of the cross. Two different things. Theology of glory says that if I am just faithful enough, nothing bad will ever happen to me in this world. If I give enough money to my church, if I pray enough, if I'm nice enough to other people, nothing bad will ever happen. Well, that's not true. We all know that to not be true. The truth is that bad things can happen to all people. And as a matter of fact, they do. God's promise wasn't that the world could be perfect. God's promise was that God would walk with us in an imperfect world, which brings us to the theology of the cross, which is what we as Protestants and Catholics believe. The idea being that bad things are going to happen. We all have our cross to bear, but Jesus will never leave our side. And it doesn't matter what we go through. The idea that Jesus is ever by our side, resting a loving hand on our shoulder and calling us beloved child, that is a supreme blessing, regardless of whatever hardship we may be facing. And so we have Jesus remind the people, as he's physically healing them of their ailments, that they are blessed for being poor or struggling, or whatever hardship they have, not because they receive physical healing from whatever ailment they may have, but because the presence of God is in their life each and every day. And that presence, that holy, divine presence of the Creator, who knows us by name and loves us dearly, that is the supreme blessing in our lives today. We are blessed. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Amen.